NASA has an incredible mission. We have the opportunity to do what no other organization really gets to explore the frontiers of human imagination. And we don't know what's over the next frontier. And so we have to be prepared to be agile and to be flexible. And that's why we work in teams. That's why we work in partnerships. We have just been charged to return to the moon in 5 years by 2024. There's never been a more exciting time to work for NASA and to think about the future. Ultimately though, our employees are the ones that are on the leading edge of all this. We hire explorers. We hire people who are curious. They stay at NASA because they can directly attach what they're doing individually in their job to the greater mission of NASA. And then we give them opportunities on the job to try new things, to experiment, to fail forward. We try to build a culture where that's acceptable. There's a famous story of a President JFK, who visited NASA, and he was walking the halls of NASA and he came across a janitor who was pushing a broom, and he said, "Sir, what do you do here?" And the janitor said, "I'm putting men on the moon," because he understood that his job was just as important as everyone else's when it came to the ultimate purpose. If you think about leadership at NASA, it can actually be pretty daunting. You think about the world's top rocket scientists and engineers, the people who are top in their discipline coming together. It's an organization that has a lot of very smart people who can probably all tell you how to do your job better than you can do your job. And so how do you lead in an environment like that? And I think it ultimately comes down to permission. You have to see the potential in people and give them permission to grow, and you have to be able to unleash that capacity and that potential in people. Everybody desires to learn and develop no matter where they are in the life cycle of their career experience. We have, like many organizations today, 5 generations in the workforce. Internal mobility is really, really important. For all employees, we're very interested in helping them personally develop, helping them upskill, be ready for the future. And so we do that in a number of ways. We provide your traditional learning opportunities, but we also really value the hands-on experience that you get from rotations and special projects. One of the things that we're seeing in the future is this idea of a super job. What is the difference between a human and a robot? Humans are really good with ambiguity. They're really good at the intersections of multiple disciplines. You might be interested in math and science. You might also be interested in art. And so at the intersections of those disciplines are really interesting jobs that have yet to be created. The data scientist is a really, really good example of this. It's kind of a mashup of the science discipline as well as the mathematics discipline. With this advent of machine learning and big data, we have opportunities to create new insights that were never possible before. So when we think about the future of work, we are thinking about how we break down the work tasks so that people can be working on multiple things that are of interest to them. So they might have their primary job, but they might also have a few other development opportunities along the way, both internally and maybe even externally with a partner, that allow them to learn new skills. Because we've learned that on-the-job training is the best way to learn. We want to learn right in the flow of work. What I would recommend is that you think about what interests you. And it can be more than one thing. And you follow those passions and you develop those skills and those capabilities. And you think about how those can apply to the organization that you want to work for and the purpose that you're tying your career to. And then you can unlock some really interesting super jobs that don't even exist yet.